Assalamualaikum everyone. Welcome back to the Fighters 3D Modeler. In this video, we will make a smith shed. So, without wasting our time, let's start making it. First of all, we do not delete the cube and move it to the side and make our first room where a smith will live. First, we add a loop cut right here in the middle of the cube. Delete this part and make a room and make it longer shed room. Move this to edge a little bit up and separate the roof. Add a loop cut here and insert extrude. Make a door hallway from in the side of the room, just like this. Now join these vertices and move this like that. We don't need mirror modifier. It will delete this both side faces. But to fix this, we add loop cut right here and delete this part. It still does that. Now do not delete the cube and add another. Move this loop here and move this here and separate the roof this time correctly. Now add loop cut here. Now we have a clean, nice looking doorway. Move the room a little bit back and make it longer and give the roof some thickness, just like that. Now extrude this vertex and fill them to make the door shape and scale these and to adjust the shape of the door. And loop cut right here and fill this. Now we have a nice looking door shape. Yes, this looks good. Move them down and adjust the shape as you like. We can add thickness to the floor, but I'm not gonna give this to it. It will be the same plane. Okay. Now we have to make the shed for our smith to work close to the house. Okay. Now to make this, we have to duplicate this roof part and mirror them. Add clipping on. Move them a little bit back. Now our smith room is complete. Extrude this part. Now we have a roof, nice looking roof. First, add a loop cut right here. We will duplicate the side faces and give it some thickness to make the roof a little bit more strong and wood, made of wood. Alt S to scale, just like that. Add loop cuts in the whole roof and cut right here, but first delete this loop right here and many loop cuts right there and just like here. Select the top faces just like this and extrude individually and add some distortion by randomizing it a little bit, just like that. Now our roof is complete. Delete this, select these faces, extrude them individually and give them randomness too, just like that. Now duplicate this face right here and we have to add a pillar to our smith shed, just like that. Move the top face up a bit and move them outwards, just like that. It will be the support of our roof. And now shape it by adding loop cuts right here and give this some bevel and scale them just like this. Now duplicate it back and duplicate it to the other side, just like this. Okay. Now duplicate this right here and to this corner as well. Now duplicate the roof and move them next to the roof for our smith to live, just like this. Now it has a workspace near his house and add supports to this roof. It will be the shed of our workspace. Duplicate these two pillars and duplicate them here and write 2 pillars are enough. Move the roof and scale them on the X just like that. Now our workspace is almost complete. Add a plane and move it back and shape it as plank and cover the back with the planks just like that. Duplicate all of them to this side as well. Now our back is complete. Now we have to make the floor of our whole area with planks. Move them up a bit and move them in the middle of our grid. Now we have to make another plank, place it here just like that and make it a plank of our floor just like that. Scale them right here and move them back just like this and move it back. We can make it from front, but I will add 2 to 3 loopers, 4 loopers I added, and move it back and make them just like here. Duplicate them and cover the whole floor with the plank. Here the last ones and move them and set them just like here. Now select these 4 to 5 planks and scale them to make the doorway of our smith shed and place them horizontally to vertically just like this. Now move these down and scale the planks floor Z, scale on the plank floor a little bit Z. Now we add supports to our floor, one here and one right there and another here and 4 here just like this. Now duplicate the first plank and make the stairs for our floor just like this. This looks much better. This gives more life to it. Now complete them by adding supports to the floor. Add one here and add one here. Now give them really much better support with a cube and scale them just like this and move them this back and scale them just like this and move them back to make the support look good. Move them here and add one here and one here and one here. Now we have to do the same thing the other side just like this. Now move this here and scale them and delete this one and duplicate this part here and duplicate it to the whole bottom of the floor just like this. Now we have a support, nice looking support floor. Okay, now we have to make a chimney, but first I will create a water space where our smith will cool down the weapons he made just like this. I will move them here and set it where you like. I will move it here, insert it, extrude it and add some loop cuts here and there and give some randomness to it just like that. Okay, this will be our water space. Okay, now move these loops to the side so our pillars will be the door space of our room just like this. Now add a circle and move them here and make the chimney where our smith will burn the weapon to make the weapon. convert the iron to make the weapon. Add circle and scale both sides 0 and scale them just like this. A little bit here, scale them and extrude them. Right here, move them X and move them Y. Extrude them and scale them a little bit on the Y and on the X. Fill them and add a cylinder to it. Move them up and scale them and extrude it and move them to the top of our chimney. Just like this. Now extrude the bottom part and give it the stand just like this. Okay, now select these faces and extrude them and delete the face. Okay, now give it some scaling and move them down, insert and extrude them. This is looking much better. Now extrude them and merge them center and give a chimney a nice looking shape and give it some thickness just like that. And delete this face. Now move this vertex up and give it some thickness just like that. Fill these vertices by bridging them and select them. Select 2 or 3 and deselect 1 or 2. Just like that. I selected 2 and deselected 1. Okay, deselect all and now delete these faces. Now our chimney is complete. Move them up. Now this looks good. Okay. Now we have to make an anvil for our smith to shape the weapons. But first we have to make a log for our anvil to place and give a little bit of distortion just like that. Now add a cube and place it on the log and move them down. And now I will make the anvil part. Okay. Now focus it and scale them a little bit wide and add loop cut here and scale them just like that and mostly on the X and extrude the top face and move them a little bit up and insert them and extrude them just like this. Okay, this looks good. Scale them down and bevel this one just like here. Now move them a little bit of outside. Now add 2 to 3 loop cuts right here and bevel the first and these sides by moving them inward and bevel them and join these vertices and do the same thing to the front and back side here and bevel these ones and move these vertices and merge them to the top. Now set the shape of the anvil just like that. Now keep the top part a little bit of up and scale and adjust the anvil shape and place it on the log. Now we have to make the hammer. Add a cube and apply the scale. Add some bevel to it and scale it to a little bit of X. Now add a cylinder with only 10 vertices, 10 segments and move them on the top, bevel the bottom and move the top cylinder vertices to the top of our hammer. Now our hammer is also complete. Now place it on the anvil, rotate it just like that. This looks a bit more natural. Place it correctly on the log and place them correctly onto the other just like this. Now we have to color everything. I colored everything. Give them the color as you like. I set the render setting by setting the render quality and everything else and setting the camera angle. Thanks for watching and this is our final result.